Hey guys, what is going on, and welcome back to another episode of the FM Save. It's episode number 27, and today we're returning with two big games with our Cottagers as we take on Norwich away at Carrow Road and West Ham in the FA Cup third round. Plus, the January transfer window is going to open as well, so we have lots to get through. Let's just get straight to it. So of course, in the last episode you saw our 4-2 win away at West Ham and a 2-0 win at Molineux against Wolves as well. 5 games in the run off camera, 3 wins and 2 defeats, so our winning run was halted, but not really too bothered based on how well we've been doing so far this season. We started off with a 3-0 victory against Crystal Palace. Jack Grealish scoring his second goal in 13 minutes in. Then Parakambi got his first goal for the club. Buzzing to see it finally off the mark in a Fulham shirt. And later on, Connor Roberts got our third goal with his second of the season as well in a very convincing 3-0 win. Following out one of my wins of the series, this one. This was such a great victory. Away in North London against Spurs. Harry Kane gave them the lead 9 minutes in. Also, I think he's wearing a number 6 jersey in this save. That should be illegal. But anyway, he gave them the lead. And then at half-time, I mentioned in the last episode, going lenient on the boys nowadays in FM tends to be the way forward. So didn't lay into them at half-time. Just said, keep doing what you're doing and we'll be fine. 4 minutes after the restart, Fabian Geraldo heads in a Parakambi cross. Then 60 seconds later, our number 8 takes matters into his own hands and scores one of the goals of the season. Takes it down the chest, one quick touch, and then blasts it past Andre Onana. Very rare I'll show 2 replays, but that goal definitely deserved one. What a win that was, and what a 60 seconds for Parakambi. Following that, cruel 1-0 defeat at home to Southampton. One of those games where you can say you got FM'd. Dominated for the entire game, and with 12 minutes to go, Kyle Walker-Peters against one of his former teams deflects in a Danny Ings header past Marek Rodak and into the back of his own goal. Had a goal disallowed in the final few minutes through Fabian Geraldo as well. Such a cruel defeat, that one. But we responded with a 2-0 win at home to Everton in the very next game. Parakambi's third in 4. 14 minutes in, giving us the lead after a bit of pinball football in the area. And then he turned provider for our second goal for the Breakers. Patrick Bamford, still in the team, but in a different role now, headed in his cross in a 2-0 victory. And following that, our final game off camera, 4-0 defeat away at Old Trafford against the league leaders Manchester United. You see on my lineup here, rotated practically the entire team. I had so many teenagers out there, it was a little bit suspicious, but we lost the game by 4-0. We did well, to be fair. We were holding on to the break, still tied at 0-0 before a cruel own goal, and then in the second half, the Red Devils turned it on. Pogba smacking one in from range, and after Porteous was sent off, 2 goals in 5 minutes from Petty and Fernandez saw the Red Devils complete the rout. So 3 wins in our last 5. Very good run of form though, Fulham. And as you can see, halfway through the season, we're in 7th. We're in a Europa Conference League spot, only outside of a Europa League spot on goal difference. And don't look now, but we're only 2 points off of a Champions League spot. What a season! I mentioned before, we're far too good of a team now to be worried about relegation. I definitely think top 10 should be a minimum requirement for a team of this quality now. And again, because of how many great youngsters we've got, we're improving all the time. Yeah, there's no surprise we're in a Europa League spot, or Europa Conference League spot if you will, but maintaining it is going to be very difficult indeed. And now we're briefly on the finances. As you can see, we're sort of levelling out at the moment around £16 million. Now the window is going to open in 2 days time, but don't expect much in the transfer window. Now we'll probably sell Matt Target at the end of an era, and possibly Joe Bryan if he can shake off that knee tendonitis and a bid comes in for him. But otherwise, I doubt we'll see any incomings at all. I like the team. It's very, very young. I don't feel the need to make major changes whatsoever when right now we're playing really well. So yeah, first game to 2 is indeed the Canaries, just above the drop zone right now, 2 points clear of Brentford. And heading into the game, as you can see, this will be our line. Now on the injury report, quite a few things to report. Bryan, as I mentioned, has the knee tendonitis. We probably won't see him again in the Fulham shirt, to be honest, because his contract coming at the end of the year, and I'd like to sell him in January if I could. And loads of players have picked up knocks in this run, and they've got fitness issues as well. Zambo just coming back from that injury you saw in the last episode, so loads of players with fitness warnings. But this will be our team, 4-2-3-1, and this is our lineup. Rodak's in goal, and the back 4 barely changes. KWP, Tosin, Jerome, and Roberts. Cook and Gagliardini through the middle. Roberto this season, by the way, absolutely criminally underrated. He has been superb this year, and a big reason why we are where we are. Cavaliero on the left, Bamford on the right. I've swapped them back to the roles you'd think they'd be in, or positions you think they should be in for their preferred foot. And Parakambi supports Fabian up top. These two already with the green link, or fairly decent partnership. It's just great, man. It's just great. On the bench, Darlow, Mings, Harrison Reed, Zambo, Hansen, Aaron, Babangida, and Bobby Reed as well. First of two, it's Norwich at Carrow Road. Win this one, and we could be in the top 4. Yeah. Come on, Fulham. Obviously, Arsenal would still have 2 games in hand, but even so, as Parakambi whips in a corner, and oh, those two! I love the bromance already between these two 18-year-olds. Parakambi into Geraldo, heading over the bar. You know, Geraldo's development has been incredible. He's picked up a perfectionist personality, my favourite in the game. His determination is up by 2. I've mentioned before about collective determination in the team and why it's so important to have it as high as you can have it. And his heading is up to 10. But if I could get that to like 12, 13, at 6'4", this guy would be an absolutely unstoppable force of nature. Tied at 0-0 at a break, just a 1 chance. But again, hands on hips, that feminine stance, we're not doing badly at all. If everyone continues to work hard, we'll win this. Second half to be, it's okay. It's alright, we've been the 6th highest scorers in the league. I feel confident we'll create one or two more chances. And I think we should be able to take at least one of them. And maybe right here, Parakambi, the set piece is so dangerous and right on cue again, causing problems, but Tosin can't keep it down. My goodness, look at the bookings we've got out there. We're getting wound up in this game. Harrison on for Connor for energy. Going to change our mentality to attacking and also up the tempo as well. Plenty of time, half an hour to go, but 2 chances so far, both going from dead ball situations, nothing from open play. Scrappy game though, scrappy game. Look at the bookings out there. This is a really feisty affair here in East Anglia. Is there going to be a late goal and a late winner with 18 minutes on the clock as the Canaries get themselves forward for a chance? And Sada Azmoun is denied by Rodick at the near post. He is so good at one-on-ones. If we are going to be a European team, these are the games where you cannot afford to slip up in. You need a win, not just a draw. But Norwich, who have done very little in the game, are now getting their chances late on. Kemar roofing behind and drills it in. Well, did not see this coming. Great run of form. Heavy defeat on Boxing Day. And now we're going to lose back-to-back for the first time in God knows how long. Frustrating. Very frustrating indeed. But, do you know, it's not too surprising. Because you know where we are right now in terms of the season. Mid-season, the dreaded mid-season collapse as Kemar Roof is through and should have had his second, but once again Rodick makes a great save. That dreaded mid-season collapse, we just can't avoid it. As soon as the temperatures drop below like 5 degrees, we just get frozen. No pun, well clearly a pun intended, come on, who am I kidding there? But even so, 1-0, 3 minutes to go. Norwich really up in the ante late on, and this is a disappointing defeat, but again, not too surprising. Oh god, another injury now, Reed going down. We're down to 10. I mean, there was me thinking possibly, just possibly, dreaming of Europe next season. Yeah, I think I'm being a little bit too ambitious. Really, with a couple of chances from set pieces, one of those headers should have hit the target. But again, I'm not going to be too critical on the players. Whoops, I don't think that's the right thing to do unless you're in really poor form and when you should definitely be in the teams that you're facing. Reed out of a broken toe. This is probably his final season for the club anyway. Actually, no, it's not. I gave him a contract extension, triggered a 1-year extension on his deal. But we do have a bit of a problem at fullback at the moment. That's a slight concern. Season 1, our worst run of form, December and January. Season 2, our worst run of form, December and January. Season 3, our worst run of form. Do I need to tell you? I mean, yeah, this happens every single season so far. You know, we start campaigns off relatively strongly. We end campaigns off, you know, alright. But there's something about the winter. We just can't handle it. I thought this season might be different after a decent December, but probably not. And if we go out the third round, the FA Cup as well, the board will not be happy about that. Hey, Parakambi won Young Player of the Month though. Absolutely love this guy to pieces, man. Obviously, him and Geraldo have come in and totally transformed this team. You think about what we had last season to what we have now. From Kearney and Mitrovic to Parakambi and Geraldo. That's the main reason we are where we are. Just got a Boubacar camera on transfer list now as well as the window is about to open. You might notice our finances dropped once again. We're now down to £12 million. I think we will end the season above the red, but not by much. Obviously, the wage bill has been increased significantly, mainly due to the contracts we've given to, again, Grealish and Parakambi as well. What we really need, to be fair, is European football, because if we had that, then we wouldn't have as much of a financial hit, because playing in Europe gives you a big boost with the competition prize money and the TV money as well. So we've been slowly decreasing since the season began, and that is a bit of a concern. Our expenditures are up, again, our wage bill's back over the £1 million mark. The sooner we get into Europe, the better. That's greedy Doxy boy in a nutshell. That is greedy Doxy boy in a nutshell. He doesn't want European football for those famous midweek nights against the big boys. No, he just wants to see more money in the bank account, you greedy boy. So moving on, second and final game, FA Cup third round at home to West Ham. Haven't got to the quarters in this save so far, and it's still not a big priority for me, but 3 straight defeats and going out in the first knockout round we enter, that would be a little bit concerning. So because of that, I'm going to pick a strong lineup for the game. So Rodak remains in goal. The back 4 is KWP, Mings coming in alongside Jerome and Roberts, with Zambo back starting once again alongside Gagliardini in that high energy duo. Grealish on the left, Hansen Aaron on the right, and Parakambi sports Bamford up top due to a bit of a poor run of form for our number 18. On the bench, Darlow, who might be leaving to Swansea, by the way. Tosin, Matt Target, Lewis Cook, Babangida, Caballero, and Fabian as well. Second and final game, FA Cup third round. Could do getting back to winning ways here and progress to the fourth. Come on for them. So first highlight, less than 2 minutes in, and it's going to come to West Ham as well. Felipe Anderson going on a storming run. Wilson picks it up, and Rodak makes the save, and an easy one as well. I'm getting nervous, man. It's just, I don't know what I've got to do to avoid mid-season collapses, but year after year, I just expect it now. It's like when the one you really want on Hinge or Tinder just unmatches you out of the blue, or just ghosts you. You just come to expect it now. After all the years, you just expect it. You're not even mad anymore. You're just expectant of the disappointment. That's what I compare our mid-season collapses to in this FM save. Hansen Aranova still 0-0. Grealish has got another knock. He's the most injury-prone player I think I've ever had in FM, and I've had him for 4 months. The guy just can't keep himself fit. Free kick for the Hammers played short as they'll look for a clearer opening into our penalty area. Of Koku looking for space, shut down by Parakambi though, and a chance for the break as the 18-year-old is going to take it all the way and hits it straight at the goalkeeper. Come on, son. It's a neck strain. Jack Grealish just got, by the way. It's a neck strain. That's the injury he's got at the moment. It's like, even just turning his head slightly to the side causes him to be in major discomfort and pain and possibly need to be forced off, maybe even on the stretcher. Like, the guy is just so unfortunate. Anyway, second half begins 5 minutes after the restart. Come on, Fulham. We need a return to winning ways here. Great ball by Connor into Hansen Aaron, cross blocked by Baraghi, and the Hammers will clear. I just see it coming. West Ham win 1-2-0 maybe. A game where we fall flat as Baraghi looks to turn Connor back into Thomas Souček, who can cross. Instead, he'll find a left back, and his cross is headed in by Riyad Mahrez, now at West Ham. Is he there permanently? Obviously, we're now 4 years into the save, so he's certainly no spring chicken, but I'll be very interested to see if West Ham have pulled that deal off permanently there, because I'm sure the Algerian will still have some fabulous stats. Heads in from close range, pretty simple finish for the number 24 in the end. Is he there permanently, or is he there on loan? No, he's on loan from, Juve. How very interesting indeed. Half an hour to go, down by a goal. Mid-season collapse, man. Just can't avoid it. Put the champagne on ice for, because I don't think we're getting European football at Craven Cottage next season. As Koku's ball finds Felipe Anderson. Oh, that should have been 2. Falling flat as well. This will be the 3rd straight game where we don't just lose, but we fail to score. We were the top 6. We were the 6th best scoring team in the division. Oh, Bamford just couldn't squeeze it in from the byline. Hits the post and West Ham put it behind. Yeah, we were the 6th best scoring team in the division, but now we're starting to struggle to find the back of the net. Geraldo's gone missing a little bit. Bamford slowing down. Very concerning. We haven't had a striker who consistently can net 20 goals a season, as Grealish is denied, and it's still 1-0. I think maybe that's what we're lacking, you know, that clear, reliable source of goals. Because even when Bobby, back in Season 1 and Season 2, was getting the goals as Zambo heads over, and right now we're playing quite well, to be fair, we were still, you know, every now and then watching him struggle at times. As I encourage the boys from the sidelines, 17 minutes to go. I rarely do the shouts now, just the fact they're hidden unless you pop up that mini sort of window. 17 minutes to go. Right now, got the bit between our teeth though as we search for a leveller and try and force a replay. Parakambi beats one, shot blocked Oh, come on. Into stoppage time. Don't think we'll get another chance. And there it is. Jumped out of the FA Cup in the first round. We enter once again. We had a better XG than our opponents, yet we failed to get a goal. Third straight game we lose, third straight game we fail to score. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the ever-present, regular, once a season, mid-season, unavoidable collapse. It unfolds before our very eyes once again. 3 defeats in 4. 3 games in 4 we failed to score. Sorry, 4 games in 5 we failed to score. Man, oh man, I just can't avoid it. But well, in today's episode of the FM Saves, so big thank you for watching, guys. Hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a great day. And we'll be back in the very next episode with maybe the final day of the January window, just in case anything's going on, and an Arsenal at home, or possibly Liverpool away and Chelsea at home. 2 massive games where I think we'll know after those 2 whether we're good enough to qualify for a European competition. Have a great day, guys. Much love to you all, and I'll see you for the next episode of the FM Say, where hopefully we're out of the mid-season struggle very soon.